Hello and welcome to today's discussion on blissful awareness. It's a good opportunity for all of us to connect and discuss spiritual matters related to whatever we experience in life. And if anybody has any suggestion to start discussion or any subject on which they like to talk, you are most welcome. You can unmute yourself or you can type the type in the text box. So I don't think there are any questions as of now. So we'll start with let us say the Avadhut Geeta shlok which I have posted today morning, and in between everybody is requested to please comment or ask wherever they feel like. So, see how beautifully Avadhut Dattatreya Maharaj is explaining the subtle places where the intellect gets entangled or where the mind wants solution. So, he is, just erasing all those possibilities wherever the intellect or mind can get stuck in the spiritual path. So, he says that it is certain that there is no divisions in true essence. The one which you are is without any divisions. There is no such breakup or divisions which can say this is me, this is not me. Either everything is me or nothing is me. However, it is also incorrect to say that it is one without any divisions. So, again, it cannot be said that whatever divisions are there, which seemingly appears to be different, they are anything but the essence. So he is actually saying that there are no divisions, which is right, but you cannot say there are no divisions, which is also right. So now here any rational person will be very confused that how it is possible that on one hand there cannot be any divisions in one that which is the essence of all that exists, and yet at the same time it is not without any divisions. So there is a direct conflict in single sentence. Vibhakt vihin param. The essence which is one, which is undivided, is actually having all the divisions. So it is this sentence, this pointer is to prompt the mind or the intellect that whatever is being talked about is beyond intellect, is beyond mind. Because mind itself is an experience. And the one who is the source of that experience, the one who is knowing that experience, is in reality undivided. And at the same time, whatever is appearing to be divided is also that. So, if anybody has anything which they don't agree or they have something to say about it, that how in the one sentence both the statements are said and both are true. Like it is saying that I am everything and I am nothing. Both statements are true. Anything in between is not true. That I am this and I am not that. I am mind and I am not that which is not mind. I am this body, I am not that body. So, whenever this understanding is solidified, is very strong, that I am this body, or I am this object, or I am the subtle object, or I am the intellect, or I am the memory, or I am the emotions, or other way around. These emotions are mine, this body is mine. So, first and the foremost is I am this body. Second is this body is mine. So you see, there is a subtle difference. If you say this body is mine, then I am not the body. But we also say the same sentence in the same breath, both the things. I am the body and body is mine. Both cannot be true. So body can't say I am this body, and mind cannot know I am the mind. So there is something which is knowing the mind. So that something which is knowing the mind is in reality beyond the mind. Something which is knowing the body is beyond the body. This is at one level. But the other level is even the body is not different from the one which is knowing the body. Because body cannot exist without the one which is knowing the body. Another level could be that there is no body. Whatever experience we have of the body is just a mental experience. Just because there is no body when there is you are in dream, not this physical body at least, of which you are aware of, but you are still existing. Same way in deep sleep, you don't have any experience of say mind or the body, but you are still there. So we have to understand for our own experience what Dattatreya Maharaj is trying to say. Then he says that it does not get associated in any activity, but this is also not true that it is devoid of any activity. Nanu karya vikarya vihin param. That means what? It is certain. Nanu means certainty. It is certain that it is devoid of any activity, and it is also certain that it is not devoid of any activity. Again, conflicting statements, but he has said param, vihin param, the essence, the one that you are, is being talked about. He's not talking about the mind or the body or intellect or any other object which can be seen, which can be experienced. He's not talking about that. He's talking about param, and that param is who? Who else but you? Because if you are not there, none of this can be experienced. If you are not there, emotions cannot be known. But sometimes emotions are very strong, sometimes they are not. Sometimes a sensation is happening, sometimes it is not happening. So if you are there in the absence of the sensation, you cannot be the sensation. And at the same time, if sensation is existing only when you are there, then you are also the sensation. So both these statements should be analyzed in with a calm mind. It is not to confuse you. It is not to create more delusion. It is in fact the opposite. It is an indication that all confusion is because of wrong understanding, because of not using experience and logic and just believing what is being said, what is being told to us by our parents, by society, by friends, and so many other sources, by media and by TV channels, by newspapers. Do you really believe that whatever is being spoken in TV channels or the newspapers, that is the truth? Do you really believe that whatever is told to you by your friends in your school, that is the truth? And if you really believe that, then these sentences will make no impact. These sentences will be useless. But if a person is trying to go deep into the understanding of who am I, what is the essence of the whole universe, what is the purpose of life, then these sentences will be a very good guide to silence the intellect. You see the irony that we talk about path of knowledge, and in the path of knowledge, the intellect is being silenced. Because intellect has its own limitations. It's not that you silence the intellect straight away. You have to analyze, contemplate, go deep into everything which is known or which you read or which you hear by your own experience and logic. However, after a while, you will find that all this logic and experiences will not lead you to ultimate, because the param which he says, the ultimate which is being talked about, is beyond words, and it is in the words. It is beyond experience, and it is in the experience. It is cannot be understood, but it is in all the understanding. Then he says, when whatever that exists is only the true essence, pure Shiva, witness, continuous without any break, then how and for whom can worship or austerity is possible? When he says it is everything, what is Shivam? What does I will like to ask from all the people, all the seekers, friends who have connected. He has talked about a word called Shiva. What do you think is the meaning of this word Shiva? And does it mean Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, that Shiva? What does this mean? And why he's talking about Shiva when he says about non duality, when he speaks everything is but nothing but you? Then what is Shiva? Will anybody like to comment here or try to speak from their own experience, not what they have read, not what they have heard, not what they think is right, but what do if something is unknown, it is also okay. I don't know, but let's try to talk about this. What is Shiva? Rohit had said Atma. Very nice. So what is Atma then? Satya has said the essence. Very good. Very good. Yeah, I think that's right. So Shiva is, Rohit had said, consciousness. Yeah, actually, the word consciousness has the meaning has been distorted. In Hindi, it is much more beautiful. We call it Chaitanya. So you are right. All Rohit, Satya, and everybody, I think, is right, because in the shloka itself, it is getting very clear that what he is talking about. He is Sarvam Shivam. He is saying whatever is Shiva, is the essence, is the Atman, is the experiencer. Now, important part is that we should not confuse that experiencer to be somewhere else, that Shiva to be somewhere else, living in Mansarovar or Kailash or Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh. It's not that. It's your very being, it's your very essence. It's the one who is listening right now. It's the one who is speaking right now. It is Sarvam Shivam. He has not said this is Shivam or that is Shivam. He said whatever exists is Shivam. So, in one word, you can understand. He says Nirantar means there is no difference, there is no break, it is continuous. And what is continuous? Which was never born, which can never die, is continuous. And who can it be but you? Who can it be but the one who knows? The one who knows is existing when there is no knowledge. So the knowledge or no knowledge or ignorance does not make any impact on the one who knows, right? The one who is at peace cannot be disturbed by activity. The one who is love, the one who is pure, the one who is bliss, the one who is conscious. Who is it? It's very easy. You yourself. So it's very difficult to digest because we think and we feel and we find it is convenient to believe in some other power, to believe in some other energy which is taking care of everything. It is very hard to even think that I am the one who is everything, who is existing everywhere. Sham has said Samast Lok Shankaram. Very beautifully said. I think in Shiv Sutras and in Shaivism, that is the most beautiful way of explaining the non duality, Chaitanya Mahatma. The first sutra itself is so potent, so beautiful. Chaitanya Mahatma. Atma here means you, I, and Chaitanya means the one who is aware of this I is also the same as that which is being aware of. The one who is aware of is the same as what is being aware of. So seer is the seen, Chaitanya Mahatma. What else? And that is Shiva, that is Shakti. Whatever is known is Shakti, and whatever is knowing is Shiva. And in the ultimate analysis, Shiva and Shakti are not two. Therefore, Ardhanareshwar, they are one. And that's the beauty of non duality, that Shiv and Shakti are not two. You say Shakti, means Shiva. You say Shiva, it means Shakti. So that's how beautifully it is, all merges down to the same knowledge, same same knowledge, not similar, same knowledge. The practices may be different, the words may be different, the concept could be different, the teachers can be different, the students can be different, but the one who is knowing all this is one, same. It is not even right to say it same. It is just the one that exists without any effort to speak, without any effort to explain, without any effort to know. But it knows. It never becomes, it is not never not knowing. Then he says, Yajnam ja katham tapam cha katham. That means why and whom should I worship? And what practices or austerities should I do? And how and where and to whom? When everything what is only Shivam, only me, only I, Chaitanya Mahatma, only me. To whom should I worship? What practices should I do? The whole life is spent in doing the practices. He's saying, to whom should I worship? What practices are required to be done? So he's asking a question. He's not, he's he's giving the solution and he's asking the question. I mean, do you not still understand what are you doing? See how powerfully he's asking. To whom you want to worship? The one who is worshipping, can he be different from the one which is being worshipped? Then how worship is possible? So he revolts, he shakes you up. He is not sitting and talking nice, lovely words. No, no, no. He is uprooting everything which you think is right, which you think is wrong, which you think is true, which you think is false. He's saying that it is not in any activity. And he is saying it is not devoid of any activity. He is saying it is divided, and he is saying it is not divided. Now, where the intellect can take shelter? He is saying whatever exists is only you. And he says that, now tell me, what do you want to practice? Tell me whom you want to worship. So each of these shlokas in Avadhut Gita is such that it takes you beyond. It takes you beyond all teachings. It takes you beyond of any duality which you can ever imagine. Shyam has said Vasudev Kutumbam. Kutumba. Or you are saying Kutiram. Yeah, that's one and the same thing. Vasudev means what? The one who is the master of all the desires, vasanas, from where all this, what is vasanas? They are the causal bodies. So one who is the master of all the causal bodies is Vasudev. And Kutumbam means that is one. The whole word is one. Actually, there is no word. Where is the word devoid of Vasudev? Where is the word devoid of you being there? The whole word, the body, and the mind, they are one. They cannot be separated at any point of time. Can you separate this body from this word? Suppose you say, I take this body to, let us say, Mars. Still, it will be the another word. Cannot be divided from this word. So, same with mind. Can the mind be taken away from the word which it is observing? Can the word be separated ever from the body or the mind? Can anybody has experienced them differently? That word is there, but body is not there. Or the body is there, but the word is not there. Or word and body are there, but mind is not there. Are they separate? And if they are not separate, then who is Vasudev? How can he be different from these three: mind, body, and words? If it is different from mind, body, and word, the Vasudev, then how it can be known? Who will know it? And the one who knows the Vasudev, can he be different from the Vasudev himself? Right now, whosoever is listening, who is he? Is he not conscious, Chaitanya? Is he not having the ability to know that I am that Tattvamasi? Shyam has said, whole world is my dwelling place. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Very true. So, if anybody else wants to speak up on any subject or any doubt on whatever we have talked today, the beautiful shloka of Avadhut. See, the all Avadhut, all any single shloka of Avadhut or Ashtavakra is meant to take you beyond what you think you are, to the source from where the knowingness is coming, from the source of awareness, from the source of the one who is conscious, from the source of the mind. See, the whole world can be collapsed into mind. The whole body can be collapsed into mind. And mind, once you start investigating what is this mind, it will start disappearing. That is the beauty of it. That's how it is non dual. That's how Raman Maharishi spoke about it. He, he, he so beautifully expounded all these subtle principles which were so complicated in so many scriptures, so many teachers. He just straight matter of the fact asked, investigate what is mind, find out what is the source of the mind. Then he said, there is no mind. You will be surprised to find that mind is taking shelter of I, aham vritti. And once you inquire where is this I, you will be surprised there is no I, which is fixed, which has any substance, which has any foundation to stand. Then he says, after that gross I is vanished, the real I will appear. From where? Hart, hrit sfurata, from the hurt. Sfurata, spontaneously it rises. Then he says that spontaneous arising is also there when you think you were not I or when you think you are I. So he is effectively saying the same thing, that don't stress your mind, don't stress your intellect, just surrender them. Where? In the heart of your existence. He says heart. The heart means the center of the whole existence, and which is you, which is not anything which is outside of you. That's why he has used this word heart, because hriday, you cannot separate out the hriday and you exist. That is the existence per se. So all selection of these words are to indicate towards your own center, center of your being, center of your existence, the essence which you are. So I will pause here if anybody has anything to ask or comment, or if anything is not clear. Yeah, if anybody wants to ask something or talk, they are welcome to unmute themselves and speak up. I hope I'm audible. Great. So I hope everybody is silent, but that's okay. I mean, I believe everybody is at peace and love, and there's nothing to speak about actually. We are all repeating. You may be thinking, what's happening in these meetings? They're just repeating the same things. So that's okay, because you see this repetition happening in the word so many times that the word itself appears to be real. So slowly, once you start repeating this truth, it will be imbibed into your being. There is a beautiful shloka or a sutra in Bhaj Govindam. Satsangatve nisangatvam. Nisangatve nirmohatvam. Nirmohatve nischal tattvam. Nischal tattve jivan mukta. So he starts from satsang and he ends into the eternal freedom. So it is very important that the company of the truth, which you are, which is the Shiva, is is entertained, is encouraged, is is not left. And what will it do? It will do lead to nisangatvam. That means detachment. Detachment from what? Detachment from anything which you think you are. Detachment from ignorance. Detachment from any desires to run after. Detachment from everything. Nisangatvam. Not that you don't enjoy living in the world, but you are not attached to it. See, joy is possible only when there is detachment. Detachment from joy will lead you to bliss. Detachment from sorrow will lead you to joy. And attachment with joy will lead you to sorrow. Detachment from joy and sorrow, pleasure and pain will take you to your center, which is the truth, satsang, and the company of the truth, the abidance in the self. Then nisangatvam will lead you to nirmohatvam. Then there won't be any delusion. There won't be any desires. There won't be any doubt. That is nirmohatvam. And that will lead you to nishchal tattvam. Nishchal tattva means you get established in what you are. Achal, no movement. Even when there are several movements, you are unmoving. Like a rock solid, and you are in every movement. That is nishchal tattva. And once nishchal tattvam is reached, abidance in the self is happened. It is jivan mukta. You were never bound. That's what nishchal tattva means. That you are never bound. And that's in different words is called jivan mukta, who is beyond being, beyond life. Jivan mukta. He's not saying beyond being, beyond jiv. He is saying beyond the life itself. He's free from life itself. Who is free from life itself? The one who is living. And who is living? The one who is conscious. And who is conscious? The one who is right now, right here, at this moment, present. Rohit had said it is amazing how consciousness makes all this possible beyond comprehension. All just a play. Very true. This is the beauty of see, one is Jeev, that is being, and other is Jivan, which is the life. So, first see that I am not the being, then you reach the life itself. Then see what is life. Then you will come to this conclusion, which Rohit has said, that it is just a play. A play which is so difficult to comprehend and yet so easy to grasp, available at every moment, yet transcending every moment, not existing as a object, yet present in all the objects. Because if you are not there, objects cannot be known. Had it been that you are not there and objects are known, then the object's independent existence is proven. But it happens that objects are not there, but you are there. You are never not there. So, therefore, your non existence is never not proven. And see, this beauty of you being there is available to all. All means all 800 crore people living on this planet. Potentially, it is available because it is ever present, it is ever available. That can only be said to be truth, no? Which is ever available, ever present. ever now, ever knowing, ever peace, ever bliss, ever love. So, anybody else wants to speak up, please, most welcome to unmute themselves and speak or write. This is not that I am teaching you something. I don't have any ability or capability or to teach anybody anything. This is just a sharing of what I think is right, what I my guru has told me, what I think is the meaning of the shlokas which are written. And in these shlokas, there is no doubt. Where the intellect will take shelter now. It is divided, it is not divided. What the intellect will do? It is active, it is inactive. Sham has written, through wisdom I know that I am nothing. Through love I know that I am everything. And between the two my life flows. Very nice. Very nice. Except that there is nothing as my life. Between the two life flows is good. Just remove the word my, because your life is not different from anybody else's life. The beings are different. The creatures are different. The minds may have seemingly some difference, but the life is not different. Rohit, Nisargdat Maharaj. What do you want to know about Nisargdat Maharaj? Or you were saying this quote has been written by Nisargdat Maharaj? I'm not sure. I don't know exactly. Maybe he might have said. Through wisdom, I know that I am nothing. Okay, beautiful. Nisargdat Maharaj is amazing. I know he is just out of this world. Both Raman Maharishi and Nisargdat Maharaj. They speak so direct that the person, the seeker cannot withstand that directness. Nisargdat Maharaj was used to ask anybody, any newcomer, he will straight away start asking question one after another. Who is it which is listening? Who are you who is listening to these words? Then the seeker will start thinking. He may reply, this body. Then again he will say, who is knowing this body? He will say, mind. He will ask, who is knowing this mind then? Now the seeker will not be any having any answer. He will say, where were you before you were born? Then again seeker will not having any answer. So very direct, very down to earth and direct questions, which will shake you up, which will wake you up from the deep sleep. What do you call slumber or something like that? So this is to shake you up. Yeah, slumber. So you see, my last take on it is that nothing is possible if the grace and that loving connection with your teacher is not made. When the student is ripe, the teacher picks him up, him or her, and takes him away from the all tensions, all worries, all responsibilities, all thoughts, all knowledge. He just takes him away. He just takes her away. Not like a teacher, but like a friend. A friend whom you can relate to, who is not up there in the sky sitting in a mountain, Maybe sitting in a mountain can be a yogi, can be a great person, great, but the one whom you can connect with, whom you can talk to, is called Sadguru. Sad means truth, and Guru means the one who is like the light, who is the light itself. And the one who showers the light of truth on you is Sadguru. After that, whatever you know will be a repetition. After that, whomsoever you hear will be just same, similar words. The essence will be same. The essence of the words, the essence, meaning of the whole thing will be exactly the same. Exactly the same. Still, you will see that you will be able to easily catch up that where is the flaw in understanding if you hear something which is slightly different. Because the beauty is that wherever you are, teachers are available at that level to guide you. So if a person is very much into this word, he is not yet sure about his livelihood, about his responsibilities, and he is so much caught up with the pains in the body or trying to stabilize his life, then the spirituality will not be of any use. But once you have seen that nothing in this world can bring peace to me, when you see the meaningless of all the relations that exist, when you are alone, when you are just with yourself, when you are just desperate to find why I was born, what is the purpose of life, what is bliss. Is it possible that someone is ever in bliss? Is it possible why there is suffering? Who is suffering? What is mind? What is God? If such questions bother you, what is the relation of myself and the God? Whom I call God? Who created this world? What will happen to me after death? Who is living right now? If these type of questions bother you, that means the basic necessities are over, basic detachment is there, and now the intellect is ripe. And that ripe intellect, when it becomes pure, then the knowledge downs, then the love downs, then the peace downs, then the truth shines, then the Sadguru takes you away. He doesn't leaves you in between hanging. He doesn't leave you there. He will take you away. So there is a danger that you will lose everything and you will gain everything at the same time. So only the one who have the courage to see the truth as it is, devoid of any what do you say, devoid of any. I mean, you can see it bare, nude. What is this? Without any biases, without any previous indoctrination. Just see it as it is, standing bare. That courage is required to go deep into yourself. And very beautifully, you will know that there is nothing but you who is existing. Sham has said the dichotomy, duality arises from oneness. Understanding duality leads to oneness. Black and white, opposites attract, opposites are pulls apart. Opposites are within you. Opposites are parallel lines, but they meet at the infinity in you. Grace is infinity feels terrifying and protected at the same time. Very nice, Sham. So we all are lucky to have Sadguru in our life. If all of us do have a guru, I mean, I don't know what to say. The words will be silent. The silence will start speaking. Such is the presence of the Guru. If you are not feeling connected to the Guru, please find, leave, go for, look for someone whom you can connect with, whom you can be friend with, who can who can see you, who can guide you, who can talk to you, and who can tell you on your face what is the problem with you. Rajiv has said if one thinks he has arrived at Guru unripe, then know that even more grace is there, as now your ripening process will be faster and you will meet the Guru again. Else, just to get ripe, many births would have gone waste in ignorance. So, every single moment there is seeing, meeting, hearing a Sadguru. It's a grace. Now, leave worries if you are ready or not. Yeah, it is the end of all worries. Yes, that's very right. It's the end of all problems, I would say, because the problems and the worries and the planning and the desires and what not is just because of ignorance. Ignorance of what? Ignorance of who you are. And that is what the meaning of spirituality is. It is not religion, it is the spirituality, the spirit that you are. And what does the spirit means? The one who is knowing everything, the experiencer, the witness, the one which is unchanging. That is spirituality. In Hindi, it is a much better word, adhyatma, the study of the self. Who am I? Who am I is nothing to do with spiritual, nothing to do with religion, nothing to do with age, creed, intellectual abilities, or whatnot. As we were discussing, everybody, all 800 crore people living have the potential to know themselves. And that's the beauty of it. That's why it is universal. This knowledge is universal, ever present, ever shining, ever ready to get unfold itself. Just the sunshine is everywhere, let us say. But the sun reflection can be seen only in few places which are right to reflect the sunlight. Like, let us say, a mirror can reflect the sunlight, but same reflection of sunlight cannot be seen in, let us say, uh, ground or muddy ground. Why? Because the purity of the mind is required to try to investigate what the mind is with all sincerity, not a surface level inquisitiveness, but an inquisitiveness for which you are ready to lose everything. Such an inquiry, if it arises, that means you are ripe. That means you are very lucky. That means the Guru is not far away. That means the preparedness for accepting the grace is there. In you, there is no time. So don't worry that it has not happened. But when it happens, it happens. Then nobody knows when it happens. But when it happens, it just happens in a flicker of a second, in 1,000th of a second. That's why you may be sleeping for 1,000 years, but when you wake up in a second, in a fraction of a second. There may be darkness for hundreds of years, but when the light comes, it just comes in a fraction of a second. Same way, when you know, then you know that you don't know, and you can never know, which is knowing the knowingness, which is aware of awareness, and which is never unknown. So you will laugh. That's why the great saints they laugh. Oh, it was so simple. I've been all that is rubbish, which says that you are separate from the essence, which says you are separate from God, let us say, if you want to say it God. All that is an illusion and device to keep you trapped. That's how the Devi works. She has made this word so real that you will never think in your wildest of imagination that this is not true, because the definition of truth needs to be made very clear. I mean, to point towards who you are is impossible without the loving connection with the Guru. Almost impossible. I don't know. Maybe there can be some very great saints who might have got something without a Guru, but I don't think it is possible. So let us do our bit, a little bit by bit, of trying to find who am I, what is the truth, what life is, why am I living, what is to be found in this life if everything is to be left after the body is dead. That will start questioning that who is knowing right now the functioning of the mind. Madhuri has said that some substance absorb the light of sun completely, some reflect them back, and others just let them pass without any resistance. They shine. Yeah, very nice. So the mm, problem is not that the sun is not shining. The problem is that we have covered it with dark curtains in the room and complaining there is no light. Who is to blame? Sham has said, who we are is never be known or unknowable. Yeah, very right. Because if you say, I know who am I, then who is knowing which is separate from the one which is known? And if you say, I am unknown, that is unknowable, then who is knowing that that is unknowable? So, in essence, you won't find any answer to this question. And this is the only question which can never be answered. Who am I? And this is the only inquiry which can take you to the surrender, to the love, to the peace. That, okay, I don't know, but I don't care. There is total aimlessness and there is everything happening as per as per a plan. I mean, you don't plan, but everything is planned for you. A child, he doesn't know what is good and bad for me, but when he's small child, few months old, Still, the parents know what is good and bad for the child. The child itself doesn't know. Same is what we are. That's how the guru, we are like a child, few months old. The intellect is only to that level, and we think we know how childish it is. So I hope everybody got something today. I hope it was not very one way communication. I hope you could relate to what is being spoken of, and I hope that everybody gets a guru in their life. I hope everybody surrenders the intellect at some point of time. I hope the love blossoms as your own being, and I hope that all hope is just left from where it comes, from where it originates, from the source that you are, from the life that you are, from the being that you are, from the essence which is not different from what you are. And I hope the peace prevails because you are nothing but peace. You are nothing but love. You are nothing but bliss. You are nothing but knowingness, the conscious. So, if nothing more to talk about, or anybody has no more queries or nothing to speak of, so we can close today's discussion. And I wish you all the best for your spiritual pursuits, for a good, beautiful day and weekend and life altogether. Thank you so much for joining in.